Oh, Mikey Garcia defeats Jessie Vargas in a fight more competitive than the commentators gave it credit. But credit to Mikey Garcia. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe for the latest and greatest in boxing. Let's jump into it. I'm ready to go. I'm too turned up. Mikey Garcia, congratulations. He defeated Jessie Vargas. I want to give you guys my thoughts on my channel. I'll give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. So again, props to Mikey Garcia for another victory. He gets a W in the win column, much needed after a shutout loss to Errol Spence, long layoff. He's back winning. It's a one-fight deal with DAZN. I don't know what he's going to do next. Shout out to Jessie Vargas. True warrior. He's flexed his weight. You know, he was moving past 150, trying to compete at 154 and stuff like that. Came back down for the opportunity. And, you know, he showed a lot of heart here. So the good for Mikey is Mikey hurt Jessie Vargas, you know, in this fight, but he couldn't put him away, you know, but he did hurt him. So the 1-2 was there. Mikey's chin was there. He never got knocked down. I do think he got his bell wrong a couple times, and we'll talk about that. But, you know, it was a economic, workman-like performance, and, you know, that's just really what it is. Now, the bad and the ugly. The bad and the ugly is DAZN has the worst commentary in the game, in my personal opinion. You know, listening to the DAZN commentary is like HBO on steroids. You know, HBO on PEDs. It's like, I thought HBO was bad, and just what I'm hearing from the DAZN commentary, it just needs improvement. For example, they keep prophesizing like future fights and cloud chasing and stuff like that. It sounded very pro Mikey Garcia. And then when the judges' scorecards came back, you know, one judge I think had it 114, 113. So it was actually a lot closer than you would be led to believe if you had commentary on full volume. You know, to me, the way the fight broke down was very easy to judge. I thought Mikey Garcia was losing pretty much all of the first 4 rounds. You know, the only one you could have gave him would have been probably round 3, you know. Round 3 was a little bit closer. He got some stuff off. I think he landed a big right. But I still gave round 3 to Jessie Vargas because his work rate was higher. He was outlanding Mikey. They even said on the telecast a stat. Like Mikey had only landed 27 punches or 33, and Vargas was already in the hundreds. Something like that. So Jessie Vargas was landing good shots, stabbing to the body, good body shots, hooks. Especially in the first 3 rounds, he was landing some real good hooks on Mikey, going to the body. He was looking swift. He was looking faster than Mikey, kind of using his size, getting in and out. He looked pretty sharp, you know. So I gave Jessie Vargas the first 4 rounds. It was in the 3rd round. I don't even think it's debatable, me personally, but you know, Mikey did land a power punch that I remember. So to me, it wasn't like a 10-8 round or enough of a single shot to overthrow what Jessie Vargas had done. So I had it 4 rounds to 0, even with Mikey Garcia shot in the 3rd round. 5th round, that's when it all went bad for Vargas. Vargas ended up getting caught with like a 1-2. He got lined up with the 1-2, hit with the big right, and you know, his leg did a funny dance. Mikey caught on to it, seen it, noticed it, rushed him. And then Mikey scored a 10-8 round by knocking down Jessie Vargas. And the bad and the ugly is Mikey Garcia. You know, it's not about knocking out, because I told you guys I didn't see Mikey knocking him out. Jessie Vargas has never been knocked out. Pacquiao didn't knock him out. Bradley didn't knock him out. Bradley was winning the first 11 rounds easy, you know, until he got caught in the 12th round. Antonio DeMarco. Jessie Vargas ain't been knocked out, so I didn't see Mikey doing it with the given situation. And I was right. But the bad and the ugly, like I said, with DAZN's commentary, they keep pressing the issue of, oh, Jessie Vargas's legs are weakening. He's getting tired. Oh, he's about to go. The ref was about to stop it. He's getting knocked out. And it's almost like you're watching not a professional telecast, but more so watching it at a house party with almost like a frat house or something, like a like frat house boy talk or something. It just didn't really seem like they keep stressing that Mikey is about to stop. Oh, it's about to happen. Oh, he's on unsteady legs. Oh, he's about to get stopped. Oh, they did all of this and nonstop spent the entire round 6 or whatever talking about how Jessie Vargas was so out of it. Regardless of the fact that Vargas has never been stopped, not giving him the benefit of the doubt at all. They just kept talking about how he was about to go and, his legs don't look good and he's on thin ice and the ref was about to stop it if there were an extra 4 second. They did all this calamity, all this confusion, and Mikey went, what was it? Several more rounds. I think this is about the 6th round or whatever. So Jessie Vargas survived 6 more rounds. And not only did he survive, he actually won some of the rounds. So I gave Mikey, he got obviously a 10-8 round. And then I think he won consecutive rounds after that. Jessie Vargas, his legs didn't look great, but, they were just over stressing the fact that Vargas was about to go. And, and this is the network that DAZN that Vargas has been on. And in the commentary is egregious. Even Devin Haney said that he tweeted that Chris Mannix is one of the commentators. His commentary is off and horrible. So that's a DAZN fighter saying this. So even if you don't believe in me or new media, there's people on DAZN saying this, and I'm sure Jessie Vargas watched. So the reason I don't like that is because, like I said, long story short, it reminds me of like HBO 2.0, but worse, because the commentators influence the telecast. If you just start spatting out this and this and that, so for rookie watchers who don't know what they're looking at, they might start thinking the fight is getting away or something crazy and like undermining somebody's heart and things like that, because DAZN is going off of the deep end saying how he's about to get stopped. And they said it and they kept saying it and he never even got stopped. And he never was ever in real big trouble again. He probably got buzzed a couple times, lightly, but Mikey got buzzed to me. Mikey got hit with some big shots in the final round. Like even like the last 5 seconds, Jessie Vargas was in there. So I just think the fight was a lot closer than what they depicted, because it's all based on the scoring system. Mikey had 1 knockdown, and that was a 10-8 round. I gave just look at it. He lost the first 4 rounds, right? Mikey had a successful 10-8 round. Okay, cool. Then he won a couple consecutive rounds. But then from 9 to 12, Jessie Vargas, even on DAZN's own scorecard, got some of those rounds. I thought Jessie Vargas did well in, I want to say 10, 11, and 12. I got to rewatch 9. I think one of the DAZN people even gave him 9. So if you nab 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4, like my scorecard of the early rounds, Mikey having a 10-8 round, and then you nab some of those swing rounds, which is absolutely, this fight easily could have been a draw or something. So to me, everything considered, I think Mikey did what he had to do. He got the victory. A win is great because you could just build from it and worry about the rest later. But I don't think Mikey should stay at 147. I know he's, a prideful person. He's not going to listen to me or what fans are saying. But I don't like this move from him, because you're in there with Jessie Vargas, who arguably is, weakened by, because he was moving to 150s and 154 or whatever weight he had previously fought at, and he had to move back down and cut more weight. And Mikey doesn't, he's so economical that he didn't really kind of have that killer instinct. He had, at one point, he had Jessie Vargas very badly hurt, kind of like when Klitschko hurt Joshua and he let Joshua get back into the fight. So my worry for Mikey would be, this was, no disrespect, but this was against Jessie Vargas, who is not noted as like the biggest puncher. So, and he's a guy who had, again, was going in the other direction and then changed his weight. So when you start talking about Sean Porter, Pacquiao, an Errol Spence rematch, Terrence Crawford, that's a whole different ball game, because a lot of those guys are considered bigger punchers and have a chin. They're going to be bigger than, all of them guys are bigger than Mikey. So I'm not trying to, sound like I'm shitting on Mikey, because I really like Mikey. Very great personality in boxing. But I'd like to see a little bit more from him. I don't think this performance really warranted the Pacquiao fight, although it could be a big Pacquiao fight. And I'm not fully sold that he's 100% back, if he's going to compete at 147. I'm not sure that he's back, because those first 4 rounds, he was getting hit with silly shit. And I've seen him in the past, and I think he was sharper in the past. He got hit with some unnecessary stuff. And there's only so long fighters can rely on their chin and, with slower reflexes and get hit with those shots. So I thought this was a lot more competitive than they depicted. Again, shout out to Mikey Garcia. I'm giving you my honest opinion. Jessie Vargas really didn't do bad. I told you Jessie Vargas would give Mikey Garcia problems, and I think he did absolutely that. So you guys let me know how you scored it. What rounds did you give to who? But it really wasn't this. The zone commentary, they're making it sound like this was Mayweather Canelo. Like it was a shutout and Canelo stood no chance against Mayweather. That's not this. That's not this fight. This fight was a lot closer. Like I said, you go watch rounds 9, 10, 11, 12, and you tell me you gave Mikey all of them. See, some of you guys have to learn how to score boxing. You got to learn how to score boxing, because boxing is just that. It is scored. So you can have a 10-8 round. That don't mean you win the fight just because you hurt the guy or because you visibly hurt someone more. That's not how boxing works, because Mikey only received one 10-8 round. Even the moments where he clipped Jessie Vargas' legs were stable enough. It wasn't any situation that was looking so dire that the plug was about to get pulled really after that. So there were no other 10-8 rounds. There were no other knockdowns, which makes it easy to score. So, I really feel bad for boxing, because I think Mikey Garcia, he is better at 135, and I really wanted to see him fight Lomachenko. Even 140, the Regis Prograis hooker, the winner of that, Regis Prograis and him. There's some good options there. Devin Haney said he wanted to fight. He might go to 140. I think there are better options for that. I don't know about Ryan Garcia, what he's talking about, but I just think 135, 140 is more of his place. He came in the weigh-in, he was 145, so he's going to be undersized. He still has good fundamentals. Nothing you do. Mikey, the thing I do like about him is he's crafty. It doesn't look like he's doing anything flashy, but he can hurt you, heavy hands, and he will set you up. But again, Errol Spence was in the crowd of this particular fight. I thought this fight was a lot more competitive than what they made it out to be. And I really and truly believe that. Jessie Vargas, he came out strong. And it was similar to Wilder. You look at Wilder Fury 2. When Wilder, the first 2 rounds, even if you gave Fury those rounds, Wilder he still looked dangerous. It was after the 3rd round, he was just, his legs was done. Jessie Vargas, his kryptonite is close fights like this. Thomas Delorme, Adrian Broner, these types of fights, almost getting Bradley out of there, almost, this has been kind of the story. But other guys that are more experienced, like Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, I think those will be extremely difficult fights, because Sean Porter is uncomfortable. And what Mikey was doing, at least tonight, he was getting hit with shots. Sean Porter is stupid athletic, and he has more power. And he's just more rugged. He don't care if you get cut. He don't care if he's at your chest. He don't care if you try to counter him. He's going to mug you, smother you, stuff like that. So I really don't think this is Mikey's best division. I'm not trying to put too much energy on this sole performance. I'm trying to look at the entirety, but Mikey only has 2 performances at 47. One was a shutout where he got whitewashed or whatever, a landslide by Errol Spence, in a lopsided fight. And then there's the Jessie Vargas, who came back down to 47. And, that does deplete you when you have to lose an additional couple pounds or 10 pounds, 9 pounds, whatever. And I didn't think Jessie Vargas did half bad. I like Jessie Vargas' jab. He was setting Mikey Garcia up. He was hitting him with hooks. I just seen Mikey get hit more than I'm used to seeing. Like Mikey, the fight I covered live and got credentialed for was Mikey versus Robert Easter. This didn't look like that. So I'm wondering how much was taken out of him in the Errol Spence fight. So, again, we have to wait and see. Hard to judge off of just one performance. But from what I've seen, because this is the only thing I have to go off of, at welterweight, he's going to have problems. But he did, on the good side, he got the victory. He hurt Jessie Vargas. The other thing, his inability to try to close the show, create another knockdown. These other dudes at 147 are killers. They kill us. They know how to finish the show. You know, I get it at the elite of levels like Sean Porter. You know, it's hard for Errol Spence to maybe stop him because no one stopped Sean Porter. And I get it for Jessie Vargas too. But I think if Errol Spence was in there with Jessie Vargas, this is my opinion, or Terrence Crawford, I think their demeanor, and they had Jessie Vargas that badly hurt, he wouldn't have had time to re-energize and regain himself and win some of the later rounds from 9 to 12 and show that much heart, because they're not going to allow you back into the fight. That's just their creed. You know, Sean Porter, he hits you and he feels that you're weakened by what he's doing. He's going to rip your body apart. He's going to stay on top of you and make it very uncomfortable. Like Berto was kind of complaining to the ref versus Sean Porter. He stayed on top of him. So dangerous division for Mikey. Let me know what you guys think. That's my official Boxing Ego Mikey Garcia versus Jessie Vargas prediction. The other thing is, it didn't look sold out. Errol Spence on social media said it wasn't sold out. And when Errol fought Mikey Garcia, they said that all the fans came out for Mikey Garcia and none of them were Errol Spence's fans, despite they fought in Texas where he's from. And then it didn't look like it was the same turnout here. So another L for old media. Let me know what you guys think. Fun fight. Mikey's a big name, so I can't wait to see what's next, what he decides, if he's staying with Eddie Hearn, if he's going to PBC, him and Pacquiao run off to Dana White. I don't know what's going to happen. Let me know. Drop your thoughts. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.